And how concerned are you about the stability of our foreign policy makers to deal with the thing that they've started to unleash in the Middle East by going after Iran and sort of carrying the water, as, if you will, for Benjamin Netanyahu's designs against Iran?
Well, Michael, I'm very concerned. And obviously, I can't get into the details of the briefing, but I agree with all the comments that you played from my colleagues. And it's pretty clear that at this point, President Trump is deliberately misleading the country about the results of the military action he took. I remain absolutely convinced that this was unjustified. There was more time for diplomacy. And instead of giving that time, the president decided, as you say, once Prime Minister Netanyahu had launched attacks on Iran, to abandon the diplomatic talks and join those attacks, drag America into a conflict when he said he would be the president to keep America out of conflicts. And finally, I am really worried right now about the information that the president and his political minions will allow to come out of the intelligence community. Because right now, the President of the United States, the Secretary of Defense, has essentially declared that anybody who has a different explanation or different narrative is somehow a traitor to our country, which is just a way of saying to all the folks in our professional intelligence community that if you tell the truth, you're going to be punished. That's very dangerous.
Senator, this administration is obsessed, literally obsessed with controlling the narrative, because if they control the narrative, in my humble opinion, then they can do all the nefarious things that they would like. But in order to do that, they need willing participants and members of Congress and folks in the media apparatus. I'm going to play for you just a bit from Secretary Pete Hegseth's I don't know what we're going to call what he did this morning, but he went before the press. We'll play a little bit, and I want to get your comments on the other side.
Because you, and I mean specifically you, the press, specifically you, the press corps, because you cheer against Trump so hard, it's like in your DNA and in your blood to cheer against Trump, because you want him not to be successful so bad, you have to cheer against the efficacy of these strikes. How about we talk about how special America is? I think it's too much to ask, unfortunately, for the fake news. So we're used to that. But we also have an opportunity to stand at the podium and read the truth.
Senator.
Well, Simone, this is exactly what Donald Trump and Hegseth and others are doing, right? They don't want to tell the truth. They don't like it when the press tells the truth. And so what they do is attack the truth tellers. And that's very dangerous in a couple ways. Number one, that is, of course, what authoritarians do to try to undermine the free press and those who are willing to tell the truth. But it also is sending this terrible message, as I said, to people in the intelligence community, that if they dare present the facts to their countries or even the facts to other people, their higher ups, that they will get slapped down. This is how you get bad intelligence that leads to very bad decisions. And in my view, the president ignored the intelligence before he took these attacks against Iran, and now they're ignoring the results because they don't like them.